Aasai TV, ketesiet neituitos bororiet.
Logoiwek choton asomanun anendet Aasai Kiplangat akotochin asikobit kebe tuan kibagenge akoi kagesunet nebo logoiwek chuton kole kikushini kong logoiwek chetai choton che mwae konamgei ak ng'alalet noton nebo President Dr. William Samoei Ruto ne kaimuch kong'ololchi emet en betutab raini kole kaimuch kong'alalen ine tetutik cheterter chebo bandab tai cheboto tetutikab somanet, alyetab korik chemiten ng'weny, tetutikab ortinwek en kwenutab alak. Ng'alalutik choton kobitu kou en ng'atutiet nemiten en ng'atutietab emoni nenyolu kong'ololchi emet President en kila kenyit kotinygei ak kakwautik chekikoib ak tetutikab bandab tai chekikomuch kosuldaen. Kandoindetab emet Dr. William Samoei Ruto kole kikomuch kokanapta mising tetutikab tililindo chametabgei nebo biikab emoni ole kikomuktechi biik chemiten ng'weny anan chemaimuchigei konyorchigei akichek konyoiset ak kokerkeit ak biik cheimuchigei. Kates kole tesetai serikali kondo mashinishek chebo kasari en sipitalishek tugul chebo boror. Ole kates kora kole kikoyochi walutik kibagengeit noton nebo letaetab kerichek en emoni nebo KEMSA asikoistoengei anan asikeistoengei yautik chebo betet ak rarunetab kerichek en sipitalishek chebo boror.
When I promised that those unable to pay would be supported by government under UHC, the cynics scoffed as usual. Today, we are paying premiums for 2.3 million vulnerable Kenyans, including orphans, widows, the elderly, and those without income, because for them, healthcare is not a privilege. And I must commend members of this august house who have stepped in to support vulnerable families in this gesture. We are also modernizing hospital equipment through the National Equipment Service Project, replacing the old MES model that burdened counties with heavy upfront costs. Under the new fee-for-service system, private partners install, maintain, and run state-of-the-art equipment, and public facilities pay only when they use them. We have overhauled KEMSA to end the chronic crisis of drug shortages, raising medicine availability from 48% to 68%, and to a projected 90% by the end of this year and 100% by March next year. This is more than healthcare reform. It is a long-deferred promise finally taking shape. A Kenya where every citizen can face tomorrow with confidence, knowing their nation will stand with them in their hour of need. It fulfills our national values of dignity and equity as stated in Article 10 of the Constitution. In the same spirit, the government is strengthening financial protection for Kenyans under cancer treatment. Social Health Authority will enhance the cancer benefits package from the current 550,000 shillings to Kenya shillings 800,000, effective December 1. This enhancement responds to the rising cost of sustained cancer care and ensures that patients can access quality, uninterrupted treatment without facing financial.
Konamgei ak somanet komwa president kole kikomuch kosir serkalinyin koitet nemiten barak nebo konetik en history nebo Kenya ole kates kole tetat kesir konetik alak cheite 24,000 koite arawet netai nebo kenyit nenyone.
We have hired, as you all know, 76,000 teachers with 24,000 more to be brought in by January next year. That will translate to 100,000 teachers in 3 years, an achievement unmatched in the history of our country. Together with the national government CDF, we have delivered 23,000 new classrooms and 1,600 laboratories are under construction, easing congestion and giving CBC the dignified facilities it requires. TVET has become the engine of practical skills. Enrollment has leaped from 341,000 in 2022 to 718,000 as young Kenyans embrace engineering, ICT, modern agriculture, hospitality, design, and the trades that power a modern economy. In strengthening education at every level, we are giving life to the national values in Article 10, especially equity, human dignity, and sustainable development, ensuring every child has a fair chance to rise.
Koilos ine teksetab korik chemiten ngweny olyet anan affordable housing cheite 230,000 kit ne kamwa kole kimakoyoni alak kosulda tetutyonoton kobaten en inguni keng'ololen ko kit nekikosulda kora en kasaraton kong'ong kole tesetai teksetab sirosiek cheite 270 en kebeberwek cheterterchin chebo emoni. Kong'ong kora kole kikomuch serikali kosir neranik cheite 44,000 kobun tetutiet nebo Nairobi River Regeneration Program.
3 years ago, when we said we would deliver affordable housing, the cynics dismissed it. They said it was fantasy. When they realized we were serious, they called it impossible. And when we broke ground across the country, they suggested that these projects would stall. Today, those doubts have given way to a very different question from Kenyans everywhere. How do I own one of these units? That is now the question. Across the country, we are delivering the most extensive housing rollout in Kenya's history. 230,000 affordable homes. And we meet student needs. 178,000 beds have been packaged for universities, TVETs, KMTCs, with 74,000 already under construction, transforming a sector where fewer than 10% once had decent accommodation. Additionally, 270 modern markets are taking shape nationwide, providing vital spaces for women and MSMEs, with another 175 underway, expanding the backbone of local commerce. And through the Nairobi River Regeneration Program, 44,000 young people are restoring the river corridor and preparing sites for 10,000 social homes along the renewed riverfront. The program, the housing program, including markets and hostels, has created over 428,000 jobs. Jobs that include architects, engineers, plumbers, electricians, carpenters, masons, steel workers, transporters, and thousands of MSMEs in fittings, fabrication, and interior design work. At peak next year, it will employ at least 1 million Kenyans.
En komosta nebo kabatisiet kong'ong president kole kikomuch serikalinyin kokanapta kabatisiet ak ichuchuch rarunetab amitwogik ak rubet en emoni kobun tetutiet nebo kokoitoetab katoldoleiwek chemiten olienyin ng'weny. Ole kaikimit kole tesetai serikalit noton nebo Kenya Kwanza kokoito anan ak tetutichoton chebo kokoitoetab mbolea asikeregunen anan asikeborien rarunetab amitwogik en emoni. Kates kora kole kikorek ng'weny ibunet nebo anan importation nebo sukaruk kobun emotinwekab sang kosipkei ak nekiib serikali kakwautik chebo kokombwanda alak en factorishek choton cheboto nebo Chemelil, Nzoia, Muhoroni ak nebo Sonishuka koityi kampunishek chebo chichok asikomuktechi kamang'unetab sukaruk cheyomotin.
The fertilizer subsidy program at scale. To date, over 21 million bags of affordable fertilizer have been distributed, reducing the price by nearly 2/3 and saving farmers Kenya shillings 105 billion so far. This year alone, we delivered 7 million bags of fertilizer and 35 million kilos of certified seed. And next year in 2026, we plan to distribute 12.5 million bags across all the 1,450 wards, ensuring every farmer has access to affordable inputs. The impact has been phenomenal. Productivity in all our agricultural sectors has gone up. National maize harvests have risen from 44 million bags in 2022 to 67 million bags in 2024, setting the stage for a historic harvest this year of 70 million bags. The results are visible in markets and homes. The price of a 2-kilogram packet of flour has fallen from what it was 250 in 2022 to as low as 130 today. The sugar sector, long troubled, is now stabilizing. Area under cane is up by 200,000 acres. Production has surged 76% to over 815,000 metric tons. Imports are down 70%. To secure this process, we have leased Nzoia, Muhoroni, Soni, and Chemelil factories to competent private sector operators.
Kotakemiten en ng'alaletab president kong'ololi en kot neking'oten ng'atutik nebo borore kong'ong kandoindetab emet kole mokyingei emoni kimnotetab stimet neroisi ne kichobe kobun koristo, asista ak nuclear asikotoret en kanabtaetab tetutik cheterterchin cheboto nebo agroprocessing, manufacturing ak industrialization. Ole kamwa kole tokyingei serikali komong kimnotetab stimet nebo 10,000 megawatt en kenyisiek 7 chebwonen.
Kenya is blessed with diverse, largely underexploited renewable sources, including geothermal, solar, hydro, wind, and nuclear. To undertake large-scale value addition, agro-processing, manufacturing and industrialization, sufficient, affordable, and reliable energy is a top imperative. Modern technologies such as data centers and artificial intelligence require large-scale energy supply. To modernize our economy, leverage on technology to create new opportunities, and to turn our agriculture and natural resources into products, manufacturing and industrialization consume many megawatts of energy. As a result, we have to generate an additional 10,000 megawatts in the next 7 years, so as to move our country to the next level and undertake the transition necessary for.
Kosipkei ak ng'alaletab President Dr. William Samoei Ruto nekong'ololchin emoni nenaat kou State of the Nation Address ko kaimong'ei alak en meng'ik chebo county nebo Bomet akokon kerenywan ole alak ko karob eon ng'alaletab President Dr. William Samoei Ruto akobo tetutikab serikali ak bandab tai akot kounoton ko kaibwotyi alak President akobo tetutik che moboisie anan chetomo keyai.
Mie kora keng'alal kouniton ak kiyokte ng'oliondenyon kora sikoswechi President en barak olin. So onole echek biikab pikipiki kebunu Kibunu challenges kabisa uinwek cheuen kabisa. Kwanza echek en ireu en komosinyon nebo Bomet County koya kasit nia. Mokitinye ortinwek bwana. Kibunoti temponok ak tulonok ko nekikilelen kele kingakimwa kinye kele bottom up ko kiyoche kinamech en ireu. So kwanza nguni keui kasit nia. Nguni banda nomwowo nguni oende baka olimbo Nokirwet. Ako oret ko amune koro. Ya kasit ma. So komotinye ng'al nomwoyokto ng'olyononon ine koityi president en barak sikekerechi en komosi. Kitinye kandoik chekikelewen lakini moikuitos kolwan kikilewen abakoba ano. So tomo akuyo ole bichu kikibirchini kura chu ikolenje chu kinye ki. Kinyokemi tugul gaa keker boisionik chenyolu en gaa. Ikere nguni kou sitimochu nguno kotam keyoe kasit ot baka saa tatu nebo lang'at yon kole komeloldos kora bakiba kora.
Miten mulot en betutab raini kemoe keng'alalen ng'alek chetesetai chebo maendeleo chebo emet. Kit nemiten aenge kekere ketinye sita neo en mulot mokitinye pumps en elebune karisiek. Kikerus biik chechang nebo kwong'et en yu ako kiyose kotokitorete. Korong kemiten mung'aret kora ako mokitinye umbrelaisiek anan ko taisiek chebo sitimok. Kisib kebendi en kasisiek chuton. Kimoe toretet neo any itoretech koi president itelel kabisa koi nebo emet amun kikere kochang sidaisiek chechang chemiten en emoni.
En komosi nyon nebo komosto nebo Bomet, en komosi nyon nebo Bomet ketindoi tabu president. Kit nekimoe kityo kiyoiwech ko ng'alekab oret ak ng'alekab etiosiek ak ng'alekab taisiek. Ane oe kasit nebo mkokoteni ketindoi tabu. Mr. President, toretech amun ki biik chemengechen ako kichomin ako chomin emet president. Kaamwa ako kaikas.
Ng'oliotab komonut nekimoche koityi president kit netai ine ko ng'alekab SHA. Kikilenjech kechob SHA ko kikechob SHA lakini nge sipitali kelenjech moboisie SHA. Nge sipitali ko mara ichut yon koribore takirichek kelen moboisie SHA lipan. Kit age kora nekimoe koityi president ko kikokonech kolenjech wakina mama chebo mesosiek, mama mboga, mamaisiek chu miten mesosiek onyon otoreti. Kotomo keker president kong'ete kingong'ololwech komwowech kio.
Yekiistoengei ng'alalet noton nebo president ko kaimongei meng'ik chebo kokwetab Nyongores en waditab Ndarawet nemiten kot neking'oten ng'atutik nebo Bomet Kwen en county nebo Bomet ak komwa anan akonerekyi oret nekamwa kole kiboisien keloen koiwek kampunit agenge neisuldoen teksetab tetutiet nebo beek nebo Itare Water Project kiten kokoyai oranoton kong'emak ak komong buiwet ak kokochi ichek konyor kasarta neui kosubkei ak buiwanoton ak koiwechin ichek kora kole imuch komabunok oranoton kasarta nekotoigei ropta ole kates kole kikitem oranoton amakinde koiwek. Nerekyin meng'ichoton kit nekamwa kole tesetai kong'emakse oranoton kosubkei ak lorisiek cheloe koiwek kobune oranoton kit nekokoyai komong buiwet neo missing ak iwechin kora kasarta nekatoigei ropta.
En nwokindo ko kit nekimoche kimokyinigei ko kokimoche kechobwech orani. Ko keseretien orani makoibu biik chaik kong'eten ng'wenyun. Iman project ini kokichobe en ng'wenyun ko kotoretech iman lakini kakeker kakobut emet, kakobut oret, kakobut kila kitu. En imanit ko kokikaran project ini kokitach makieshe. Lakini shida nekakonech project ini en ibet nekiibet tuguk koba yu ko kobut oret nekikararan akobar koyait zaidi. Kobalak oret kong'eten orani. In fact ot baka Aasai kolin komakochomu lam nekikakikonech na aenge nekitindoi.
Ngeten orani tekanda ele kibekyi lam. Yani mwisho wa lam ko kitebi lam kosongo en osinet kesom kele kaiwe kong'eten osinet baka ele kikibolen ele mi Chinese. But don't fool us, our government.
Karirtaen ichek serikalitab county nebo Bomet ak MCA nebo komosoton en kit nekamwa kole kikochorierenchi boisienywan.
Tukeuron koskei Junior, ane ko kiongozi nebo vijana nebo chebo Nyongores. Ko ki vijana ko makiboiboi ak echek en tuguchu kokiyaiwech. Kokibore kechop ng'alekab kokimoe ng'alekab oret kechobwech oret ak kinage beek en Nyongores. Lakini koit koeshech county government nekatanamwech eut komutwech asikarik. So
kokebunu tabusiek en yu chekosir kiraket nekikakesen en oinet Kikaikai kitatun korek kiraket kobatundage bendo. Matakobatge chu. Kouse kotakyege. Kokisom keiwe barabara. Konyo ngalech MCA koiwe tuyet ak gavana. Akolenje kichobe barabara. Keyat ele kakiker. Ngobare kakeyat konyo kongale kotem oret monde koi akole lorisiek 10 chebo Chinese. Kenyo kekerkeket koyo asikari chebo DCI. Obwan oratecha. Ngotonyo bireche en gai omakebon. Kiu en emoni. Kebakakwok.
Kates kora kole miten ngweny komasoton en boisionik chebo bandab tai cheboto rarunetab beek ole kamwa kole bendi komoswek cheloen kocheng'ote beek cheboisien en korikwak.
Nebo oeng ko ng'alekab beek kora ko kinginyo kechob project ini kelenje choe beek amun kikinamen tuyet nekikiyai kesirchin ak kele kiye beek, lakini ng'olyot kekose ele kikostoi ko ui kasit. Tot ko kinomuch tangit en ko ele kikechobot tangisiek en komosin bo Longisa Olin ko to kokechobwech agenge en sukul kikekon imbaret mi kiko community imbaret en barak yumbo sukul lakini tomo konam kit age tugul.
Kikeyobu tabu kabisa kongekas kele bwane nyongores beek keboiboitu kebare kakisopche babanan tabichu banan tugul osomwech kabisa kabana nenyo ikosechi arwet imyono makikenye kutungechi arwet amebwatech ile kimi makikenye kutungechi mana arwet en oran kisome beek any buiwet nguni komakochomun ngoroik makochomun look kokelolye abwana sarwech en oran.
Netai ko kikeng'etyen ya kirome lekemet olin kelou beek bwat makisiktoi akong'alech bichu kole kinokok beek oin komanakech aya akitya kong'et kole kiyoywok oret amut konyokotem akotwaldaen kondeon nusu amatakoyai oret kochobok.
Kasome ichek serikalitab kaunti nebo Bomet neindochin gavana Profesa Hilary Barchok kokoshi ichek rirekwak asikochob oranoton akoipchi boisionik alak chebo bandab tai.
Ujumbe namwaini county government nebo Bomet ngap kokonyanyasanech kelelen one term both en MCA ak en gavana Barchok one term kot komochobwech oret ak beek kelelen one term.
Okimoe beek bichu akemoe oret kechobwech.
Ripotejini Aasai TV kong'eten kebeberta nebo Nyongores en Ndarawet Award, Bomet Central, kainanyun ko Aasai Kiplangat. En logoiwek alak ko kakomwa Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi kole biikab emoni oeng kityo chetesetai komiten en eunekab serikali nebo emetab Tanzania kosubkei ak chemarkoshek chekibit en kasarta nebo lewenisiet. En kasarta nekong'ololi en bunge nebo Borore komwa Mudavadi kole wendi serikali kotoreti bichoton nebo emoni nebo kityakta ichek en kasaratan komwa ne kole tomo koi logoek alak tugul chengsetab borto nebo konetindet agenge nebo emoni nekikibar en emetab Tanzania akot en kasarta ne kokosirchi barwet serikali emet noton nebo Tanzania nebo kokon borotok bo Mwalimu John Okuto.
The Kenya High Commission, with the support from Sky Schools, conducted visits to government hospital mortuaries in Dar es Salaam to trace and identify the remains of Mr. Ogutu. However, these efforts have so far been unsuccessful. There were no reported cases of missing Kenyan nationals following the unrest associated with the general elections in the United Republic of Tanzania. However, the mission received reports of several Kenyans who had been arrested following the intervention by the government of Kenya through the High Commission. All but 2 of the detained Kenyans have since been released. The remaining 2 individuals are Mr. Samuel Kagila and Stephen Dungu Kimani, who are currently held at Arusha Central Police Station.
Kakokerkong nebo ng'echeret en kokwetab Governor Ahmed Abdullahi Ministry nebo tililindo nemobois en kibagenge ak serikalisiekab counties en kasuldaetab tuget nebo konyoiset nebo SHA. Kong'ololi en komosta nebo Naivasha komwa Governor kole Ministry nebo tililindo kochutyin tetutikab serikalisiekab counties ak kong'em tetutikab SHA en neikoengei chepkondok en sipitalisiek cheikoito konyoiset koboisien SHA. Akot kounoton komwa Ministry nebo tililindo Aden Duale kole Ministry nebo tililindo kowendi kokere kole koisib en lelindo tetutik chebo kotes pcheetab chepkondok cheliponi.
In indiscriminate and unilateral closure of hospitals and downgrading of the same. Since SHA, the MOH at Afia House has become too powerful. It's like they're running hospitals from Afia House. Downgrading, regrading. There's even no consultation.
If something is rejected, right now, there is no follow-up mechanism. That means there is no appeal. So we are now dependent solely on one person to make a decision, or maybe it's a team of people who make a decision.
We have listened to cancer survivors, cancer patients, parents, leaders. So there's something we're doing in line with the benefit and advisory benefit tariff and advisory panel. And we want to get feedback from all of you on how we can all make sure we have a more sustainable health care delivery for our citizens.
Kakogon kurset sirindet en ministry nebo tililindo ak konyoiset Mary Mutoni koityi biikab emoni korib tililindo en kit ne kamwa tetutik chechang en mionwogik che kinyoi kosubkei ak tetutikab tililindo. Kong'ololi komiten en kibagenge ak kiboitinikab sektaitab tililindo sirindet noton ko sirindet Auma Oluka komwa Mutoni kole kokonde serikali tetutik cheterter asikoib koker kole kanyorchigei biikab emoni tetutik chebo konyoiset en olyet ne nyumnyum.
Thank you. The President inaugurated.
Funding of the primary health care fund is non-negotiable. Again, the emergency and chronic illness fund is equally non-negotiable, and it is done through the exchequer. It would be paramount that while you are working in Nairobi, nobody calls you from your village to tell you to give you money for registration at a facility. It should be free. It is free. And therefore, the government has a commitment to keep putting in money for primary health care.
Ako yon chitab kolenjin kokarai tilet logoiwekab emet kong'eten ketesiet nebo Aasai TV Kenya nekasomanun kwanendet Aasai Kiplangat ako asomin ole testai iker ketesiet nebo Aasai TV Kenya, ketesiet neituitos bororiet amakon kembout netala.
Aasai TV, ketesiet neituitos bororiet.
Je, unatafuta nguo za watoto zenye ubora, mtindo na bei nafuu? Karibu Ostas Baby Shop, duka lako pendwa la watoto wachanga hadi miaka 12. Tupo Bomet Town tukiwa na aina mbalimbali za nguo za watoto wa kike na wa kiume, kutoka newborn hadi preteens, kuanzia rompa za kupendeza, nguo za sikukuu, viatu vya kisasa hadi accessories zote za mtoto wako. Ubora wa hali ya juu, bei nafuu na huduma ya mteja isiyokuwa na kifani. Usikose kutembelea Ostas Baby Shop, mahali ambapo mtoto wako anang'aa kama nyota. Kwa maelezo zaidi, tupigie sasa kwa nambari 0714309568 0714309568. Ostas Baby Shop, tunapenda watoto wote.
Meimke yon kechilil agial airtime agimachi converten koek rabinik en M-Pesa anan tos kokelun airtime agimach koek chepkondok en M-Pesa, aini walutiet nebo chokchinet. Olicom ko application negonin proindo nebo ial airtime nebo network agetugul in chokinet. Bundles agora imuche ilibanen bilisiek. Nesire tugul ko imuche isirge igu agent aginyoru chepkondok anan commission en kasarta negealde airtime.
Matita icheng kobaten inam yolishe. Benways Electronics nemiten en Mulot Main Stage ko ole inyorchini ki agetugul neimoche. Uteche jirani ak inyorchige tuguk cheu woofers, televisions, microphones, simoishek, batteries, bulbs, mixer koboto speakerishek. Amanon kityok, imuch inyorchige tairishek koboto mauwek cheekong'ung kokararanit. Ruteche jirani en taonitab Mulot. En tebut agetugul ibirwe simoit en namba 0706 055 564 0706 055 564 anan ko 0725 429 189 0725 429 189.
Otogotin en Benways Electronics ak House Deco. Kimiten Mulot Sunset. Ako kiyote kong'eten Jumatatu agoi Saturday. Kong'eten saa 2 nebo subui agoi saa 2 nebo lang'at. Otogotin tugul.
Welcome to Olicom, the best airtime and utility payment app. You can buy airtime to any network. You can convert airtime to M-Pesa. You can get good deals on bundles purchase. Make utility payments at the tap of a button, and what's even more, you can become an airtime agent and earn some cash. Register as an agent, sell airtime and earn commission. How to register as an agent? Open Olicom app. Click on agent icon. Click create account here. Enter your details as required. After creating account, log in. After you log in to agent section, click sell airtime and you'll be able to sell airtime across all networks and earn commission instantly. In case of unsuccessful transaction, click on transaction statement and initiate transaction by entering reference number. You can withdraw commission anytime you want to your M-Pesa. You can check your transaction or commission statement anytime you want. You can also refer a friend to become an agent and earn 50 shillings after they transact. Download the Olicom app on Google Play Store today or call 0714 387777 for any inquiries.
Ichenge keteshet noton neinoisin en kutitab Kalenjin. Aasai TV Kenya komiten sikobit konaisin en logoiywekab emet cheitun en kila betut, chechigilotin ak cheititotin en kila sait age tugul. Miten kora tetutik cheterter cheiboiboitin ak konaisin en atkai tugul. Aasai TV Kenya, keteshet neituitos bororiet.
Aasai TV Kenya koibun tetutik choton chebo komonut kot mising cheboto cherset en boisiet. Miten tienwogik choton chekibokeny chenotin kot mising ko rumba. Kitinye kora tienwogik choton chebo kasari ak ketinye tienwogik choton chekitororen.